Hi YouTubers, this is Betty with Scrap Passion on One, and I have a card share for you guys today. I participated in the project called Card of Love that's being hosted by Emchantedsteph, and basically we were asked to create a card to send to the families that had loved ones that were either injured or died in the Sandy Hook, Connecticut tragedy. And so I felt like it was my Christian duty to do this. I just really feel honored to be able to participate in such a special event. So if you are interested in this, I don't know how long Steph is having this open. I think she made it into a giveaway as well, but I'm not participating in the giveaway portion of it. But if you want to visit her channel to get all of the details, please feel free to do that. But it's Emchantedsteph who's hosting this, and I just wanted to do this. So without further ado, I'm gonna first go over the products that I use to create this card. I use this paper, Tattered Time, and I use the script paper. I also use some Tim Holtz Distress inks. I use Black Soot, Walnut Stain, and please overlook my dog that's barking outside. Rusty Hinge, and Vintage Photo. I also use some Lindy Stamp Game, and I use the Midnight Copper Obsidian. I'm sorry, I'm out of frame. So I use this embossing powder. And I also, for embellishments, I use these Jolie's Boutique, these little corners here. I really like these. These are really cute. And for the stamp set I used Inkadinkado clear stamps. And I used the Bible image there. So, before I show the card, you guys, this is very, very different for me. I usually do pretty, cutesy, shabby chic, kind of projects. But with this particular card, I want to explain first my thinking behind the creation. I told you that I used this image from Inkadinkado, the Bible. And so when I saw that, thinking about, the tragedy that occurred, I just thought about vintage. You go to that old Bible that maybe your grandmother or grandfather or, aunt or someone gave to you, something old and vintagey. Because to me that symbolizes wisdom. And a lot of times you need a wise word or someone of wisdom to talk to when you're experiencing something so traumatic. And so that's what I thought about, the Tattered Time paper. And I used the script paper from this line. And I just thought about, the scriptures in the Bible. And so that's why I used the script. That's why I went with that. And so without further ado, let me show the card. And here's the card here. And like I said, this is very, very different than what I normally do. But I did a lot of distressing on this card. I showed you all of the inks that I used to do all the distressing on the edges. I also used some gold rub and buff to kind of break some of that black up, because at first I thought it had too much black. I also broke out with some black crackle paint, and I don't know if you can see it, if the camera would pick it up, but it has black, you can kind of see it a little bit, black crackle paint all around the card. I also took the paper and crumbled it up. I wet it, then I crumbled it up to get that really old look is what I was trying to go for. Because like I explained earlier, I just thought of an old Bible, wisdom and vintage is what I thought of. And so I crumpled the paper up. I used some water, to loosen that paper up so I can get a really good wrinkle on that. And I used some little gold bling. I don't know if you call that bling, like little studs there on the edge there, and also here. And then you can see the gold rubbing buff throughout the card. And I kind of rubbed it just sparingly all over to kind of break up some of the black. I didn't want it to be too black. And then I used, on the ribbon here, I also used all of the distress inks for the ribbon that I showed earlier, because this was like a cream color. And so I used all those distress inks to give me more of a darker color ribbon. I used this vintage style button in the center of the bow. And I used one of those Michaels corrugated cards as my base. So this is a 5.5 by 5.5 card. And also the embossing powder, I used the image, the Holy Bible, and that's what I used the embossing powder on. And I love, I think it's my favorite Lindsay Stamp Games embossing powder. Their embossing powder is beautiful, excuse me, and I love it. And if you can see all of that pretty shine, I just love it. So that's what I use. I embossed my image. And here are the little embellishment pieces here. And I also curled the paper up here on the end, you know, right here and also right here, if you can see that. And so I will have some pictures at the end of this video. You can get a better look at it. But I like how it turned out. Like I said, this is really different for me, and I'm fairly pleased, and I'm going to try my hand at doing more things like this and kind of step out of the box and out of my comfort zone and do something different. So here's the inside of the card here, and it reads, thinking of you, wishing you hope in the midst of sorrow, comfort in the midst of pain. And I used the praying hands also from the stamp set here. There, and I embossed that as well, and I used the same embossing powder there. So I like how it came out, I really do. And so I would really like for you guys to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Like I said, you know, when we get out of our comfort zone, we're like, I don't know, you know, but you know, we have to step out and do things different from time to time. And that's, you know, I told you my whole reasoning of why I went with this type of a feel for this particular card. So please leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.